Joining me now is Pennsylvania Congressman Scott Perry. He's a member of the House Oversight, Foreign Affairs, Intelligence, and Transportation Committees. He's also a member of the House Freedom Caucus and a retired Army National Guard Brigadier General. Congressman, thank you for your service, and of course, good morning to you. And I want to pick up on, those comments, not just from Congressman Zinke, but also from Congressman Murphy. And Mr. Murphy made a very interesting point that those that want to create chaos in Congress, and he mentioned former Congressman Gates, are looking basically for attention, for media attention. How do you respond to that as we move into the new Congress?
Well, Cheryl, great to be with you this morning. Listen, the Speaker of the House is a very, very difficult job. It is a lot like herding cats. But I would also say that Mike Johnson, who's a friend, he wanted the job, and this is what comes with the territory. I don't think that members are seeking media attention. What members are seeking is what they think is good for the country, and they don't see, in some cases, where Speaker Johnson has gotten us to the place where we can claim that we've achieved that. And since the president has been elected in November, this Congress has spent over $300 billion, which is not offset. In other words, it's just $300 billion more dollars in debt. Now, I will grant you that Joe Biden is the president and Chuck Schumer is still in charge of the Senate. But we expect our speaker to be able to go into the room and start with a good deal so that we come out with something that's reasonable and palatable for both Republicans and Democrats and all Americans, not just essentially cave in to the needs of and the desires of the Democrats and the hard left. And so I think that it's right for members to at least question whether the leadership we have going forward is going to be appropriate and adequate with this presidency. And, like I said, I like Mike. It is not personal. It is business. But we've got to make sure that we can get the Trump agenda done. And these members are signaling that they don't know that they have the confidence in Mike to be able to do that based on past performance.
But Congressman Zinke made the point, and Claudia Tenney has made this point, and others, that you're going to delay the beginning of the Trump agenda if you don't have the speakership figured out.
Yeah, and I think that's a reasonable point as well. Look, this is messy stuff. I don't think any of us want to do it. I certainly don't think Mike wants to have to deal with all these things. But I think these members also see the dire straits that America is in every 100 days. We had another $1 trillion in debt, and there's no end in sight right now. And it doesn't look like to them, under the current paradigm, that any of that's going to change. And that's concerning to them when they think about their families back home that they have to face, that can't afford their groceries, can't afford the car payments, can't afford electricity bills. Those constituents, those bosses that they have want answers. And right now they're saying, well, I don't have any answers. The things that I've tried to do to rectify that situation have fallen on deaf ears and have not come to fruition. And generally speaking, Congress, whether it's the House only that you're speaking of, or the House and the Senate, have shown no appetite whatsoever to rein in runaway spending at the federal level. And we expect leadership to take a position on that and try and do something about that.
So do you support Speaker Johnson or not?
Right now, I think that Mike has done an admirable job under tough conditions, but I'm going to keep my options open. I want to have a conversation with Mike. I don't know where this is going right now, but with Thomas Massie already saying he's a hard no, people like Victoria Sparks saying that they're likely a no, that's concerning. And we just got to make sure that we get the best person for the job under the circumstances. And I'll tell you, the one that might be able to make the difference is quite honestly President Trump. Whoever the president backs is likely to be the speaker regardless.